Hello, folks, and welcome to Devil's Advocate Productions on this space. I'm Alex. I'm the Devil's Advocate. I talk about movies, music, TV, video games, whatever I want to talk about on this channel, and politics, especially over here on this space. What's going on? How you doing, folks? Been a week. Um, what are we talking about? Firstly, let's talk about what I've been doing. I've been sick all week. It sucks. Last week, if you were here, you saw that I was sick. It hurt to talk. Everything hurt. But I have made some videos. I have done a couple of album reactions. Trailer reaction too. I did Spider-Man Brand New Day has a new trailer. And then I did 3 album reactions. A band called Daisy Grenade that I just came across on YouTube, and I was like, they're cool. They got a new EP out. I'm gonna do that. So I did that. YG, California rapper YG, famous for the "Fuck Donald Trump" song. Like him and Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, made that song in 2016 for YG's album that came out that year. And then he did a part 2 with Macklemore and G-Eazy. And I was hoping for a part 3. Part of me was hoping for a part 3 on this album. It did not happen. But you know what we did get? YG taking mental therapy, which needed to happen. And it was actually really introspective and really cool. There's also just some bangers on there that are just fun songs. But that was really interesting. And then today, I made a video listening to Olivia Rodrigo for the first time because I was going to do this a week ago, but then I got sick on the day that this album came out. So I finally got back around to it and I listened to it today. And you know what? All right. Of the pop girls, I think she might be the best one. But yeah, I also wanted to talk about real quick in the beginning here. Not quite a story, not quite a whole segment, but just this thing to remind y'all. First of all, say hi to Mr. Poon. Rooney, R-U-N-E, is right here because I didn't trust him to not bark at the beginning of the show or at some point throughout the show. So I'm going to have him on my lap for as long as he can stand it, and then I'll put him on the bed. But anyways, this is Greg Capullo. Greg Capullo is an artist. This is him right here in the middle. Why is he in a picture with Slipknot? Well, he's drawn a lot of album covers. Matter of fact, let me give you some Greg Capullo art. Greg Capullo, Batman. He drew Batman for a while. He recently went over to Marvel and then left them. He drew Spawn before that. That's how I found out about him. But yeah, Greg Capullo is a fantastic artist, one of my favorites. And he's pointing out my longtime friend and inker, Jonathan Glapion. See, there's some Spawn. Jonathan Glapion, despite my intervention, cannot get paid for work rendered months ago from one of the big 2. Hint, it ain't DC. Just outrageous, shameful, totally unacceptable. So like I said, he was at Marvel recently and left. And I remember when he left, it was kind of like a middle fingers like, fuck them, I'm not going back ever. And I didn't know why, and I think this is why. And just goes to show you there's a reason there's 2 comic book companies that you know about. Do you know about Image Comics? Spawn is Image Comics. That's how I know about Walking Dead is Image Comics. Invincible is Image Comics. Do you know about Dynamite? Do you know about Boom? That's the ones that I know. IDW. There's another one. Dark Horse. There's another one. I can name 5 other companies besides Marvel and DC. But that's because I'm a comic book fan. All right. The big 2 are big 2s because over their histories, they have bought and gobbled up and pushed out or dismantled and destroyed other comic book companies. I'll put it this way. DC Comics started out as National Comics. Marvel Comics started out as Timely Comics. Both of them around the 30s, late 30s, early 40s, right? Look up the history of how those companies became to be called Marvel and DC, and you will discover the long history of them gobbling up smaller competition, boxing them out of the market, destroying them, back and forth, right? Image has been around for a while, Chuck, since the early 90s. It was Todd McFarlane, creator of Spawn, and Jim Lee, Mark Silvestri, a bunch of other artists who worked at Marvel and DC who were like, you know what? My drawing, like Todd McFarlane realized his drawing of Spider-Man, his time on Spider-Man was the reason sales went up. Like, my art is that good that it's selling more Spider-Man than Spider-Man averagely sells. So I should be getting more. And they said, fuck you. And he said, okay, well then how about all the other artists? I gather them all around and writers, and we go fucking start our own shit. Because Jim Lee drawing the X-Men in the 90s for the relaunch of the X-Men book created the look of the X-Men till now, dude. I mean, the 90s X-Men TV show was trying to make a moving version of Jim Lee's art. Same thing with Todd McFarlane and Spider-Man. Like, it was all based on their stuff, man. So they said, okay, let's go start our own company. And they did. And it was Image, and it's great. And there's a tumultuous history there too, but it is much younger. And it, you know, more granting of, like, the guiding principle of Image is you create it, it's yours. Now that's led to some problems because in the beginning it was very, oh, we're all here, we're all putting our characters in each other's books. Isn't that so fun? But if you put someone else's character in your book and they're important to that character's lore and history, and then you and that creator might have personal falling out or creative differences, they leave Image and they go take their character with them. And now your character who helped Spawn become Spawn can't be that character, or Angela ends up in the Marvel universe. Like, stuff like that shit happens. So I just wanted to point out, you know, as I am going to encourage y'all once again to read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow by Tom King and Bilquis Evely, because the movie Supergirl this weekend is based on that book, and that book is fantastic. You should all read that book. Also remember, DC and Marvel are companies that routinely screw over their artists and writers. And according to this artist, seemingly DC is slightly better at that, at not screwing over their writers and artists. So that's my preamble. Now I'm on to the actual show. I got some stuff. I got some stuff I want to talk about, boy. For sure. All right. You know what? There we go. Okay. So, firstly, I want to talk about some right-wing stuff. Right-wing Watch, Fascist Watch, a weekly segment here on the Devil's Advocate production show on this space. I just wanted to once again keep up with Chud the Builder, my favorite white supremacist streamer, currently sitting in a prison cell because for attempted murder. And this is him getting denied bail. Actually, this is a little update on the story.
Happening now, the controversial online streamer known as Chud the Builder is making an appearance in a Nashville courtroom. Dalton Etherly faces 3 misdemeanor charges stemming from a May incident at Bob's Steak and Chop House inside the Omni Hotel. Investigators say Etherly live streamed inside the restaurant after staff asked him not to, then refused to pay. Etherly also faces separate felony charges in Montgomery County for a shooting investigation. During Etherly's court appearance, one investigator on the stand recalled the shooting.
Shots are shown to be fired prior to them hitting the ground.
Shots are being shown to have been fired prior to that?
Yes.
And how do we know that?
I can see, or in the courthouse video, it shows the casing ejecting from the firearm. It also shows the ricochet off the concrete plank.
Okay.
Prior to them hitting the ground.
So Mr. Fox hadn't been hit at that point, correct? You're seeing a ricochet in one casing.
I would assume so.
The judge denied Etherly's release today, citing violent posts he's made on social media. Etherly is also facing a $1 million bond in the Montgomery County case.
Look, we are motherfucking abolitionists here. Okay, we're learning how to be good abolitionists here. But when it comes to motherfuckers like this, bury them under the fucking jail. Bury them under the fucking jail. All right, as Bad Lefty says, he's finding out. He fucked around, and now he's finding out. And this post says, breaking, that was an update. Chud the Builder will remain jailed after his bond was revoked. The new footage reportedly undermined his self-defense claim, right? He's saying, oh, I was under threat. I was just defending myself with my pistol. The footage shows he was shooting before. I think that's what the guy on the stand was saying. I also wanted to point out just his name, Chud the Builder, is based on Bob the Builder, in case anybody didn't get that. Like, he is young enough to have watched Bob the Builder as a little kid, and like that's his formative cartoon show instead of like, you know, Sesame Street or Eureka's Castle, I don't know, Muppet Babies, stuff like that. So again, he's like Gen Z. This is his idea of content, is just, if I just say the N-word in front of black people and rile them up on the stream, that's it. That's literally it. Like, he's distilled it. This is the pure crack cocaine, the pure version of what people liked about, you know, like Ethan Klein back in the day, or iDubbbz, or like Filthy Frank, or like some of these older YouTubers. It's just like edgelord shit. What's the distillation of edgelord? Say the N-word in front of black people. Be Louis C.K. That's what he wanted to do. Just say the N-word in front of black people. Get a cosign from Chris Rock. That's it. That's it. He is Joe Rogan, Tony Hinchcliffe distilled into one thing. Say the N-word in front of black people. They get upset. You make fun of them for getting upset, and then threaten to kill them if they threaten to hurt you. Understandably. So that's where I want to start this segment. Chud the Builder. The distillation of all this. Because then let's zoom out. First of all, there's already a vacuum for him. Again, it's a popular thing, right? So there's already people trying to like be the next Chud the Builder. And here's one not going so well.
Oh! You're tripping out. Talk shit. You're tripping out, bro. Talk shit. I'm not talking shit. You ain't from here. You ain't from here, buddy.
Again, trigger warning language.
Hey, calm down, buddy.
Obviously.
Hey! Hey, that's uncalled for, pal. Hey, you need to watch yourself, buddy. Nobody touch my foot, buddy. Come on, you want some? You ain't gonna do shit. Oh!
Now he got laid out. This is white on white violence, right? First of all, why are white people so violent to each other? This is white on white violence. And that's what we need, is allies. Like this is this is an ally right here. Okay. So that's how, again, there's a power vacuum and other people want to fill it. And this is going to get into the crux of this whole segment when I get to the point. Okay? Who's next? Who's another motherfucker who wants to fill a power vacuum? This guy right here, J.D. Vance. Because the power vacuum is Donald Trump. He knows it. He knows it. You know it. I know it. Trump's going away. He cares about the algae in the reflecting pool. He cares about the UFC and the East Wing of the White House. That's what this motherfucker cares about, is designing ballrooms, dude. That's it. This dude, Peter Thiel's puppet, wants power, wants to fill that vacuum. And the right wing is trying to find out who's going to be the guy. They think it's going to be JD. Erica Kirk was the first one to say it. I said that shit motherfucking months ago. When she was at the TP, it was like the Charlie Kirk funeral event that they had because they're crazy. And she said, and now we're all going to follow JD Vance in 2028. She said it first. I think other people have other ideas and are maybe like not getting behind it right away. A lot of people are looking at Marco Rubio. Trump doesn't even know that this is happening, because if he did, he'd be calling for their fucking heads if he knew that they were on book tours running for president behind his fucking back. But here's JD Vance lying.
I think I really worry about with AI is surveillance. AI is, a friend of mine once said that AI is fundamentally a communist technology in that it allows governments and corporations to surveil people in very profound and different ways. And that scares me a lot. Like, I don't want a social credit system that's powered by AI. I don't want you to not be able to buy a beer because some tech CEO has given you a score based on an artificial intelligence algorithm that nobody actually understands. That scares me too. But I don't think we're going to have mass unemployment. We might have mass inequality. That's its own problem. It's a different problem though.
It's, first of all, what a way at the end there to be like, we're not going to have mass unemployment. Because that's probably, if you're a right-wing, cishet white male, you're probably worried about that. Immigrants, we've been telling you, are taking your jobs, but also that robots could take your jobs. And I'm telling you, robots are not going to take your jobs. It might make things unequal, though, and that's a different problem that I can eschew, because we've trained our audience to think of whenever someone says inequality, there's just a black person complaining, a crybaby, if you will. Go listen to Vince Staples' album, Crybaby. But this whole, I'm worried about AI and surveillance. Motherfucker, Peter Thiel's hand is up your ass talking. And that's the point. He's coming out, at least him, now to try and get ahead of any of his audience, recognizing who Peter Thiel is, how he made JD Vance, and how he owns Palantir, and how it's definitely going to affect their lives, how it's definitely going to make them lose their jobs, how it's definitely going to spy on them, right? And he's trying to, well, I'm worried about it. And actually, really, it's actually a communist technology. It's actually a lefty technology, even though Peter Thiel, my handler, my creator, is in charge of one of the biggest AI companies on the planet, surveillance companies on the planet, that it has carte blanche of the government because he's vice president right now. It's a lie. He's lying to you. He's lying to his audience. He's lying to everybody else, of course. But he's lying because he wants to be able to have this be his position for when he runs for president. Well, I already said 2 years ago on whoever's podcast this is, in June of 2026, I said AI and surveillance make me worried, just like Susan Collins. It makes me worried, but I'm going to fucking vote for it, of course, and advance policy on it, because I am nothing without Peter Thiel. He is no one without Peter Thiel. So that's JD Vance lying. And again, we're zooming out from Chud the Builder. Chud the Builder saying the N-word in front of black people is the only thing that matters. Being racist and white supremacist is the only thing that matters. This is how a bigger way of looking at it. Well, we're communists. Call them communists. Don't call them the N-word. Don't call them any slurs, the F slur for, gay people or any of these other kind of things. Don't call them slurs. Call them communists, because they can't argue with that, because that's vague, and that could be anything. It could be anyone we determine, as I'm going to point out later. They will lock you up. Leader of group convicted in Antifa-inspired attack on Texas ICE facility handed a 100-year prison sentence. Antifa doesn't exist. It's not. I mean, this is CBS News, which is now Nazi news, right? Leader because owned by the Ellisons now, Trump fans, Trump buddies, Trump donors, part of the Epstein class, the billionaire class, ran by Barry Weiss. So an Antifa-inspired attack. What does that mean? Anti-fascist? Because that's what anti-fascist means. That's what it stands for. But anyways, we're getting too far away. Here's J.D. Vance lying to you about surveillance, right? Here is the entitlement that comes with that. This is Israel's ambassador to the UN yelling at a United Nations special representative for children in armed conflict, telling her to be quiet.
You caved to the pressure. You caved to the Secretary General's obsession with targeting Israel. And
I'm
in
sorry,
doing
but
so,
I have to
wait,
make a point. I have to
speaking
make
now.
a point of
No, you
order.
will be quiet
Because
because
this is
I'm
what the
speaking
chair
now.
should be doing.
You spoke,
I make
now
a
I
point of
speak.
order. They
You
should not
spoke,
be
now I
personal.
speak.
It
Shame
should
on
not
you.
be personal.
You part of the
I
bullying
have
of
a point
Israel.
of order.
Shame on you.
I have
You can
a
walk
point
out.
of
He's saying, okay, this is like very quiet and also loud and incoherent. He is saying you're part of the bullying of Israel. Israel is the underdog, right? Israel's the underdog. J.D. Vance is the underdog. Chud the Builder is the underdog. Never mind that white people run the world. Never mind that America is a fucking empire. Never mind Israel's a fucking part of that empire and is crushing the indigenous people, genociding the indigenous people. Never mind all that. We're the victims, actually, because we can't say the N word in front of black people. We can't say the F slur on stage at a comedy show without getting groans from the audience who paid to be there. We can't say that shit on Twitter without someone else tweeting under it that they don't like what we said. I shouldn't have to see that someone else doesn't like what I said. I shouldn't have to see that someone's criticizing me for my comedy special or my fucking genocide or my stream content, which is saying the N-word in front of black people, or I'm going to make myself seem like I too am worried about surveillance and AI when I'm the vice president helping advance these policies. You're afraid of the thing you're advancing. You're afraid of the thing that the guy funding you runs, the company that he runs. The fact that he even said companies as well as countries surveilling you. It's a communist technology. It allows countries and companies to surveil you in a way never before seen. What do you care about companies doing that? Why? What, you want to regulate companies, JD Vance? Can anyone push him on that? You want to regulate a company? You want to put a regulation in? Are you fucking kidding me? And this ultimately gets to the point. I mean, once again, here's another aggrieved fuck who thinks he's the victim. The first trillionaire on earth, ladies and gentlemen.
It's pretty wild that a tiny tax on tea started the revolution. And now we get the living daylights tax.
Who's we and us? Are you an American? Are you an American, Elon? I mean, look, we welcome immigrants, but you didn't come in the right way. He is an illegal immigrant, actually. But also, who's we? Your ancestors weren't there, or were they? And now what is this?
And now we get the living daylights taxed out of us, and there's no revolution. You get taxed on what you own, you get taxed on what you buy, and you get taxed on what you own. Taxes, taxes, taxes. And then what does it get spent on? A bunch of the stuff you don't even agree with.
What's that? Food for children? He's suing Ro Khanna for Ro Khanna being like, can we investigate how all these people died around the world after Elon Musk went in there and cut USAID? And he wants to sue him into the ground because he has $1 trillion to do it with. And I think that's a problem, that someone has enough money to stop government officials from investigating you. I mean, are there unlawful investigations? Sure. Is this one of them? I don't think so. Aggrievement. You shouldn't be able to investigate whether the decisions he made as a government fucking official killed people, led to the deaths of people. You shouldn't investigate his companies at all, or himself at all. And this brings me to my ultimate fucking point of this segment. Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson is fucking lying to you. This motherfucker is saying he's not a Republican anymore. Let's watch this for the first time together. Alex reacts to Tucker Carlson leaving the Republican Party.
I would not support the Republican Party. There's no chance I would support the Republican Party. I'm not going to support the Democratic Party. I don't know what I'm going to do. But at this point, how could I or any American voter support a political party that's not loyal to the United States, that puts the interests of a foreign country above those of its own citizens? That's it's not possible to vote for people like that, and I'm not going to. And I think I voted Republican my entire life. I worked at Fox News, CNN, right. MSNBC. I've been.
Remember that he worked at MSNBC and CNN. CNN before it got bought by the Ellisons, who also owned CBS News, because CNN is owned by Warner Brothers, and the Ellisons and Paramount just bought Warner Brothers.
Consistent defender for 35 years of the Republican Party. I mean, very consistent defender. But there's no defending this because it's immoral, and it's exactly the opposite of what a political party in a democracy is charged with doing, which is representing its own voters, its own citizens.
Weird that he cares about democracy all of a sudden. Also, Tucker Carlson, yet another motherfucker who filled a power vacuum. Tucker Carlson, like he said, worked at MSNBC and CNN. After embarrassingly getting fired from CNN after Jon Stewart embarrassed him on his own show Crossfire, he went and started a blog, The Daily Caller, with his money from his daddy. This is the goal. This is the rule. Get the SNL impression out of my head. He started a blog called The Daily Caller because I think, conspiracy hat, I think he saw Ben Shapiro getting Fox News hits, and he saw that Ben Shapiro had started the Daily Wire and was getting written up in the New York Times and the Washington Post as the cool kid's philosopher, quote unquote. This new guy, he's on YouTube. He's got a blog like Ariana Huffington. You can have a blog and it can be a landing page for people. It's the first thing people look at on their phones when they wake up. They have your Daily Caller app. So he started a blog so he could stay relevant. That was the purpose. That's the rule. That's the goal. He stayed relevant with that fucking blog, and he kept getting Fox News hits. And then he got his own show on Fox News. And then what happened? Bill fucking O'Reilly and Roger Ailes got ousted from Fox for being perverts and creeps. and assaulters, abusers. Roger Ailes had the good sense to go and die after that, which he literally did. But not Bill O'Reilly. Bill O'Reilly still on the air. Not on Fox. On News Nation, I believe. Let me see. Let's find out where he is. But the point that I don't know where he is kind of the point. Where are you? Damn, he still got his website. No Spin News. Wow. We'll do it live. You're marketing it now. Wow, dude. I didn't know he did that. Kind of proud of you at this point. We'll do it live. It's your most famous thing. Getting fired from NBC. What was it, in the 90s, late 80s? For going on a tirade against the producers on air and screaming, fuck it, we'll do it live. So, yeah, I think... So he got his own podcast called We'll Do It Live. That's actually really funny. And then, yeah, News Nation, I believe he's on. Yes. Yeah. So he's irrelevant, is my point. But this motherfucker stays relevant, even though he's just has his own podcast. And that's it. He has his own podcast like I'm doing my own podcast right now. Just like fucking Candace Owens has a podcast, or Ben Shapiro has a podcast, or fucking Andrew Schultz, or fucking Joe Rogan, or fucking me, or fucking you, if you have a YouTube show. Like, he is as relevant as any of us. So why the fuck is like Mehdi Hassan or anyone else still talking about him? Is he even getting it? They'll do whole segments on news channels talking about what Tucker said, but not invite him on. Except for whoever's he's talking to here can't be censored the podcast. The fuck is this? But anyways, let's finish what this idiot has to say.
Its own citizens, its own nation, and they're not doing that. So, no, I'm out. And if I'm out, then I think a lot of other people are out. I would not support the Republican Party. There's no chance.
So he's saying, if I'm out, I think a lot of other people. He's making a bet right now. How big is my audience? How big is my audience? Can I all bring them to wherever he wants to take them? And I'm going to tell you right now, spoiler alert, it's nowhere new. It's the same place that J.D. Vance is going to lead you. It's the same place that Tony Hinchcliffe and Joe Rogan is going to lead you. It's the same place they're all going to fucking lead you. More of this shit. Less fucking pay for more fucking work. And if you don't like it, you can go to jail. Because we can label you communist or Antifa or whatever we want. Because we're in fucking charge. If you touch the reflecting pool in Washington, D.C., we will put you in jail for touching water in a park. Because the president's insane. But as soon as the president's not insane, but has these same motherfuckers around him, when the president is this fuck, or J.D. Vance, or anyone they try to put up, it's not going to just be my personal petty grievances and then white supremacy is like an after effect that comes with this. That's going to be the main fucking course, dude. So no, I don't fucking hand Tucker shit. And nobody should hand Tucker shit for fucking, no. You don't know. I'm going to not vote for he could have done that pivot. I'm going to fucking go to the Democrat side. I'm going to be part of the Lincoln Party. I'm going to go back on MSNBC. Full circle. I'll have a show on MSNBC. I'm missing out. He's fucking lying to you. He's lying to you, and it's goddamn fucking frustrating that other people are just like, well, maybe he has a point. Maybe he changed now. Maybe he just realized now that he was part of something wrong. But he's not even lying to you, just like the Bulwark, just like the fucking Lincoln Party, just like the hosts on MSNBC, Nicole Wallace and Jennifer Rubin and fucking Bill Kristol and all these fucking idiots. They're not even lying to you that they're like, oh, we want to help the Democrats now. And liberal democracy actually matters to me. He's going, I don't know what I'm going to do. Just don't vote for Republicans. What does that mean? What does that mean? Is he going to start his own third party? They're going to do the MAGA party, and I'm going to name it the MAGA party. I'm just going to take that. Or is he going, I want to be Rush Limbaugh. And until you make assurances to me behind the scenes, I'm not endorsing Republicans. Period. End of story. What the fuck are you going to talk about on your podcast then, Tuck? What are you going to talk about? He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. He's lying. Fuck it. He's lying. He is Chud the Builder. He wants to say the N-word in front of black people. He wants to lock you up for being brown. The end. The fucking end with this fuck. Let him be irrelevant like O'Reilly. Let him be irrelevant like fucking O'Reilly. Okay? Please. Please. And now let's talk about the cops. Now this segment, like I teased earlier, is about the cops. This I just saw. Ken Klippenstein also has an article about this. I suggest you go check out Ken Klippenstein's Substack about this. Matter of fact, let's check him out right now. Kenny Clips. This is from the Department of Justice. Leader of Antifa cell members in North Texas sentenced to 100 years in prison for a terrorist attack on an ICE facility. For fireworks they shot off and writing graffiti. They want to do this because they want to scare people from, civil disobedience. And I'll tell you right now, I know this is not the point, and I watched an entire video yesterday of Cam James and FD Signifier and Gerard Ball talking about voting and the ethics of it, and the ethics of voting for the Democrats and whatever. I know, and just having electoralism at the front of mind, and maybe that's not such a good thing. It's not, because I went right to it. I said the next Democratic president needs to campaign on freeing these prisoners. Like, this has to be a central tenet. Freeing these prisoners, stopping Israel's genocide. I think probably affordability should probably go before those two things. If we're talking about like what wins on a campaign. But collect the warmth of collectivism versus rugged individualism, folks. Here we go. So Kenny Clips says feds charge 15 Antifa in Minnesota, but can't explain what Antifa is. This was 2 hours ago, so this is unrelated to the Texas thing. Asked how DOJ defines Antifa, U.S. Attorney for Minnesota replied, "What is Antifa goes beyond, I think, the scope of what this indictment is." So then how can you define it as a terrorist organization if you don't even know what it is? So that's the cops being shit fucks, right? And this is all the shit Andrea talks about, all the shit Vasora talks about. It is happening. Once again, highlight this shit. Highlight this shit. Nadia. Shout out Nadia. The next Democratic president will be just another Republican as usual. I fucking hope not. Because if the next Democratic president is AOC. I hope AOC is the furthest right we got to fight in our party, bro. I don't give a shit. She compromised. She's this, she's that. She's the new Pelosi. I fucking hope so. I hope the party is made up of people further to the left than her. I hope that she's the worst you have to deal with. I'm so sorry, leftists on the fucking internet. Not you, Nadia. I love you. I love everybody in this chat. You know what I'm saying? Etch, what up? How you doing? Jet, what's going on? Johnny, Chuck. I'm saying we better hope AOC's the worst we got to come up against, because we know it's not. It's the Tuckers. It's the Chud the Builders. It's whoever the younger generation after that is going to fucking produce. The people who grew up under Trump. That's been 10 years of Trump, dude. There are 10-year-old kids who know nothing but this as their reality. I feel fucking terrible for them. And I want a better goddamn future for anyone younger than them. And for them. And for us. Motherfuck. But some good news. Holy shit. ICE is getting rid of 7 of the 11 would-be concentration camp warehouses they purchased. And Secretary Mullen, Mark Wayne Mullen, indicates new mass detention centers are not a priority. She says this is huge. This is Marissa Cabas, also a great reporter. There are still many, many reasons to be skeptical and worried because ICE is fucking evil and could pivot, but this is a major defeat for Trump. Even the reddest of red areas were like, fuck no, we don't want a concentration camp in our town. It became politically untenable because people fought back. A lot of nihilists in the replies, like obviously, okay, whatever. Obviously, this doesn't mean they're giving up on mass deportation. The situation remains dire, but because, okay, look, dude, it's a fucking good news. People got to be like, what? They're not gone now. No, they're not. But can we have a little bit of good? Just like Zoran, dude. The Zoran was just like, oh shit, what a surprise. He won the primary. Holy shit. He's the official Democratic candidate. There's a million ways the Democratic Party cannot have him be the candidate and fucking scuttle his candidacy and fucking ruin him. And they tried every way. Even running Andrew Cuomo as a fucking independent. Having Trump endorse Cuomo. And still supporting him. And still Zoran won. And you know what happened? We breathed a moment of fucking relief. And the next day we wake up and we fucking keep fighting. That's it. That's it. That's it. So yes, good moment. Good moment. ICE is realizing maybe, again, local fucking towns going, wait a minute. I might love and cheerlead this on the new when I see it on my TV box or my fucking TV phone. But when I find out that, oh, the rec center where all the kids like to go play, instead of that getting renovated into a nice new rec center, that's going to be turned into a concentration camp or a prison or just a prison, period. They don't want prisons in their fucking backyards. But guess what? That's what you're going to get. Another fucking story, and now we go back to horrible because the cops are horrible. Police shoot tear gas at peaceful protesters after, and these protesters were protesting, an officer shooting and killing a 1-year-old black baby. Woman was accused of shoplifting diapers, man. And then they shot at her and killed her baby. Family says they have the digital receipt to prove that she actually did pay for the diapers. She was also shot, currently in critical condition. Mother was trying to tell officers there was a baby in the car. Police claim she was weaponizing a vehicle. Where do we see that again? Renee Good, whose name everyone fucking remembers, and Alice Preddy. Do we even know the name? I mean, look, do we have to know the name? Death of Cohen Wiley. We know that name, and that name should be fucking known. Cohen Wiley. Fucking evil, dude. Fucking evil. An officer placed on administrative leave pending investigation. Current incident occurred at the Walmart Supercenter in Senatoba, Mississippi. I'm not even going to play this segment because, like, why? But, like, come on, man. It's the cops. It's the cops. Yet another thing in Mississippi. State trooper pulled over 2 teen girls and falsely accused one of drunk driving. Officer became aggressive with the driver and slammed her into the ground while taking her cell phone.
Consistent blood clips, all right?
What?
Sir,
we is 18.
Go ahead, step out the car for me.
You see her face going from like, this is ridiculous, you're gonna let us go, right? To I should be scared for my life.
Go ahead and step out the car for me.
Okay.
Driver, I'm gonna give you one time.
Go ahead,
step out the car. Step out the car.
Just go ahead, Angie.
Go. Step the car in my car for me.
I mean, once again, do we need to watch the whole fucking thing? You know what happens. Once again, go listen to this fucking album. Not that this album is a replacement for actually doing work, right? For fucking getting organized, for getting armed and fucking organized and protecting your family and fucking helping people in your community and doing real fucking shit. But at least, you know what? If you go to the gym, this album will help you fucking do that extra rep. Okay? Vince Staples' Crybaby. It'll help you maybe fucking get through the day after seeing a video like this. It's just, again, this NYPD in my fucking neighborhood, right? My neck of the woods, New York City, during the Knicks parade. This was last fucking Thursday. What happened? Watch this fucking video. 40 seconds. Dude's trying to get to school. He's got a class, okay? He's got a class. He's trying to go to school. He's not even trying to be part of the parade. And the cops are like, can't let you go. He's got a test.
Trying to get to fucking school so I can take my test.
That's some bullshit. That's fucked up.
Look, but they let them through to go to school.
They were allowed to walk through. These people, whoever these people were, they were all allowed to walk through. But they didn't see that kid as a kid because he was taller than all of them. And he's black. So he's not a kid. He's a threat. Where you need, what? How many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 8. 8 grown men to stop this high schooler, college kid from going to take a test. Could you imagine? Hey, I didn't make the test. I didn't make class that day because I got fucking arrested on my way because the Knicks parade was happening and cops decided, you're a threat. Or you're really trying to just get in to see the parade, but you didn't go the way that we said you should go. You're lying. But these people were allowed to go. Why is that? Because these people are walking with little kids and they look like they're parade goers. They could be parade goers. Why were they allowed? It's not a race thing. Look, this guy's black and he's walking there. These people might be Asian. It's not a race thing. It's because he was tall. It's because he was tall and black. Now I'm going to end this segment on some good news. This is harrowing footage, actually, of a Knicks fan who overdosed. People thought he was passed out. He actually overdosed, and the community came together to save his life. Let's watch this clip. No cops. Notably, no cops.
Hey, man. You got to get up, bro. Passed out in his vomit, bro. I swear to God.
They ran down because they didn't want to be there no more.
Look, they're telling the cop, hey, there's a guy passed out up there. You should go help him.
I'm going to go up there. Fuck it. I swear to God. I swear to God. I'm not trying to get... I'm
Literally.
just going to climb up there. I swear to God.
They're going to tell you to get off.
Well, then he's going to die. Oh, no. Damn, we really follow the rules out here. I'm sorry, man. That guy's passed out. That guy's passed out, man. You got to. Come on. Yo, bro.
The cop notably was told and didn't do shit. Just stood his post. I'm supposed to stand here. I'm supposed to stand here, and you guys are trying to trick me into leaving so that you can go rob that store, or you can go get a closer look at the parade or something. I don't know, but what the fuck? You're a cop. Someone says someone's in trouble, and you fucking... They're not meant to protect you. They're meant to protect stuff. They're meant to protect Elon Musk's Tesla stores. They're meant to protect Gucci and whatever the fuck, Louis Vuitton on Fifth Avenue when people are marching for black rights. Then they're meant to, you're not going to touch these stores. Now, we will beat you bloody before you touch a handbag.
You got to get up, bro. You got to get up, bro. You got to get up. Hey, man. You got to get up, bro. You got to get up, bro. Hey, man. You got to get up, bro. Hey, man, you got to get up, bro. Come on. If anybody can actually help. Thanks, man.
You still have the ambulance. He has the plate.
You're medical? Okay, get over here. Get over here. Get him off? Okay. Can you hand this phone down there? He's got it.
He's getting the phone.
Like, look, these are people who give a fuck about their goddamn community. Saw a stranger passed out on the roof and was like, I'm going to go make sure he's okay. The cop's not doing anything. The cop's not doing anything. I'm going to make sure he's doing okay. And I realize he's not, and I need help. And I asked for help, and some other people come help. And this girl who's a nurse or something, hey, they said we need medical, anybody who knows medical. This is a community coming together.
He saw the poster.
Hey, you got it, bro. You got it, bro. Hey, we're good. Thank you. You got it, bro. You got it, bro.
Hey, brother, you gotta get you up.
Let's go. Come on. Come on.
You gotta get down.
Stop.
It's Kristina. Come on, don't play, brother. You gotta get you down.
Okay, so I wanted to point this out because the way this tweet was written, finding out the Knicks fan at the parade that tried to kiss the girl that woke him up actually overdosed and needed Narcan to save his life. Everyone helping in this video is an NYC legend. So this is apparently, this angle is the video that went viral. Okay? And then all the rest of this is someone else finding the rest of this footage and connecting it and going, oh shit. This wasn't like some guy was like drunk and passed out and this girl woke him up. And it's funny. Isn't it funny? He tried to kiss her when he woke up. Ah, come on, boys, we'll be boys. This motherfucker almost died. Cops didn't help. Nobody helped. These people, these Knicks fans helped. Another Knicks fan. Even this guy is just like filming, kind of like, again, she takes the lead because she actually knows what she's doing. And yes, let's rewind that back. She actually like saves his fucking life with the Narcan. I think that's what this is. That she sprays in his nose, wakes him up and saves his fucking life.
You got it, bro. You got it, bro.
Hey, brother, you gotta get you up.
Come on. Come on.
Now, again, none of these people are professionally trained EMTs, I don't think, aside from her who has some kind of medical training. Because they're like celebrating and kind of patting him on his back. And she's like, guys, stop. And she's also trying to push him off and be like, stop trying to kiss me, idiot. I'm trying to save your fucking life.
Come on. You gotta get down. Stop. It's Christian.
Come on, don't play, brother. You gotta get you down.
Not the call ambulance.
What did you say? Oh, they're coming, they're coming. Oh, sorry. Hey, we got an ambulance.
Okay, we all slide him down.
Okay, let's
I'll get down there. I'll get down there.
Go for it, man. Come on.
Wait. Think about this first.
Okay. Gonna get him down. Hold on. Just hold on. Thank you. Good. You got it, bro.
Once again, cops didn't do shit. The cop told in the beginning of this video, this fuck.
Passed out in his vomit, bro. I swear to God.
They don't want to be there no more. It's crazy.
Literally, not doing anything. I'm told to stay in here. I'm going to stay in here. And lastly, I will leave you. I got a little bit of time to rant. I'm sorry that today's show was kind of only 2 segments. One about how Tucker Carlson is lying, and the other one how the cops are fucking useless cunts who don't do shit. But you know what? Sometimes that's all you got to talk about. And the other segments, the other little pieces I have, I'll save for tomorrow with Dieter. But let's leave you on this funny clip. Okay. Also at the Knicks parade, cops trying to catch motherfucker, and motherfucker gets away. Well, the roll over the fence. Can we fucking appreciate this? Do you know how light these things are? These barricades? To be able to like do a full body roll over one of them without it tipping at all? Very impressive. It was barely him using it as like a brace. He was just using it as a guide. He did a body flip on his own. Let's watch that again. Look at that. And it just disappears. And once again, I don't know what he did other than I'm sure he just tried to get to school and fucking take a test. Other than being tall and black, which, you know, at a fucking basketball victory parade, there might be a bunch of tall black guys there. But we just always appreciate someone getting away from the cops, man. I don't give a fuck. Look, again, if it turns out that guy like murdered a bunch of babies, yeah, absolutely. That was unfortunate that those cops were out of shape enough to not be able to chase him down. But you know what? I doubt it.
Everybody's saying I'm a bully.
She's gonna do a leg drop.
Hold up. All right. There's one more clip that I wanted to show y'all. Okay, this is the clip. Why it's on Facebook, I don't know. Can I even access this clip? Facebook looks cooked, dude. I haven't been on this site in fucking years. But just, again, to put a final point before I leave you with Carlos and the Difficult Truth, which will then lead into Movie Night Extravaganza after that. Stick around, folks. This space, always here, always live, Monday through Thursdays. I leave you with this clip of NYPD officer stopping a New York Knick himself from getting into the parade. And in a wild twist, he's a white guy. Well, he was like giving high fives to the fans. It's stopped by the cops. They stopped him. Look, I've never even seen this full clip. He was just like, "Hey, what up, what up, what up?" And they ran in to grab him, and he's like, "You can't do that." And he's like, I'm on the Knicks. I'm part of the team. Stopped New York Knicks guard Tyler Kolek at the championship parade because they thought he was a fan. Now, I guarantee cops are trained. Like, if anyone's moving fast around you at this parade, stop them and ask them what they're doing. No matter who it is, what they look like. Right? I'm sure that guy, the cop in that parade video where the guy was fucking dying, he was being told this guy was dying, and he didn't move. I'm sure he's like, well, I don't want to get in trouble with my boss. If I move, I'm going to get, and he's not dying, and these kids go into a store or like whatever. I don't know what he's trying to stop people from doing. I left my post is enough to get fucking reprimanded, I guess, as a cop. But what's the excuse for shooting a baby, shooting at a mother, shooting at anybody who's accused of stealing? Not accused of serial killer, not accused of they have a bunch of guns, so you better be ready for like a gunfight. It's a raid on like a drug dealer kingpin's house. It's a fucking person in a Walmart parking lot accused of stealing diapers, and she paid for them. Let's get into some real news with the difficult truth and Carlos up next. Thank you, folks. And once again, listen to Vince Staples' Crybaby, dude, because this is fucking America and it's fucked up. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care.